What's going on YouTube? I can come at you with another Final Fantasy FFRK Relic video. If you guys are enjoying this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to show your support. Anyway, so we're going to be taking a look at Squall's Burst Super Soul Break here, the Lion's Roar banner. Let's take a look at that real quick, shall we? Alright, so, let's look at this. Okay, so it's a sword, 142 attack, being the highest attack in the game as of right now. I think they keep doing this every banner now. I think 142 is the highest attack. It's either highest or tied for highest. Anyway, deals 4 ranged physical attacks to all targets and grant the user haste and burst mode. So this seems a lot better than Cloud's for Super Soul Break for the fact that it hits all the targets as opposed to just random targets, which I prefer more, to be honest. And obviously it grants haste and burst mode. That's always good as well. Now, I forgot... I meant to bring up the Reddit tier list of the of how these are essentially ranked with the based on how they're out in Japan. I feel like I remember Squall's not being ranked that high, much like Yuna and Cloud's. But for right now it'll be okay, you know what I mean? No, that's not what I want to do. I want to look at the burst commands now for Squall's. I actually really like Squall's burst commands because I feel like well, you'll see momentarily once I get into them. Or okay, so I can't scroll down. Whatever. All right. So Lion's Roar changes his attack and defend command to Renzokuken Flame and Renzokuken Wind respectively. So Renzokuken Wind Flame does 4 physical attacks to 4 physical fire attacks and elemental attacks to 1 target, and Renzokuken Wind is the same thing but for wind. Now, it says fire and now elemental, which I'm really liking this effect right here because what basically means is it checks to see how relevant the main attribute is on you know, the attack. So let's say you click Renzokuken Wind on someone that is either null or absorbs fire. Well, in that case, it swaps over to non-elemental damage. So that's actually really I like that mechanic. I think it's really unique and really cool. How good it's going to be, I'm not entirely sure. If it's a tie, it'll just, you know, pick one at random, I think, or whatever the main one is. So, like, if it doesn't resist fire or non-elemental, it'll just be, you know, regular damage. Although I don't think it's possible to resist non-elemental physical attack. I feel like if you're resistant to physical attacks, you'd be resistant to all physical attacks. But anyway, it's the same for Renzokuken Wind. You know, it'll check to see what the enemy is most vulnerable to. If it resists wind, it will be non-elemental, which is really cool. Anyway, now we have to go back quite a bit. No, we don't. Next up, we have Edea Super Soul Break because she's being dropped in this event. I kind of want to use Edea as well because she will be a dark mage. Only problem with Edea is she has the Lulu Vivi syndrome, which basically means, or maybe I should call it the Dark Knight Cecil syndrome, because he was the first character out like that, I think. You know, he has the highest of 1 stat in the game, but extremely limited, what is it, versatility? Is that it? Is that what I want to say? Yeah. So basically, she has tied for the highest attack in the game along with Vivi and Lulu, but she can't do anything aside from black magic, at least until the darkness abilities come out. Anyway, 90 attack, 138 magic. It's a ranged weapon, so, you know, Renoa ninjas can make use of this, which is really, really nice. And it changes her Soul Break to Ice Strike, which is basically the move that she bopped Squall with at the end of Disc 1 in Final Fantasy VIII. Deals 6 magic, ice, and elemental attacks to all targets. Again, this is one of those dual element things, which I like. It'll check to see which one's most effective. If ice is not effective, it'll switch to non-elemental attacks, which I really do like that. I don't know what the potency is on this, but I actually like her Soul Break on the second banner more than this one, because it's literally Kefka's cloak, but on Edea. Only problem is Edea is not as versatile as Kefka is in terms of you know, versatility. And even then, Kefka also gets darkness, I'm pretty sure. I believe he does? Anyway, next up, we have Laguna's Jacket. Light armor, 20 attack, 123 res, 123 defense, which is quite nice as well. Seeing more and more light armors that give attack so that's quite nice. Changes his soul break to Missile Salvo. Deals range physical... What? Yeah, range physical damage to 6 random targets with a high chance to stop them. Now, I feel like this is very comparable to his first soul break. Except this isn't AoE. This is, 6 random targets with a high chance to stop them. I don't really like the randomness all too much, but I like the soul break. I'm assuming it's like 100% chance to stop them if this hits, the one you want it to hit. So it'll be useful regarding, single target bosses, so that'll be great. And Laguna's a pretty good character. Next up, we have the Ulysses making a return, 123 attack. Changes Irvine's soul break to canister shot. Deals 3 range physical attacks to 1 target and lower its defense and res. You guys already know how I feel about soul breaks like this. I really, really like them, as you can see from using Faris's. Although Faris's is single hit AoE, so I like that one just a little bit more, just because there's a little bit more. I want to say versatility, but I just like the AoE factor better than having 3 hits, because usually when I bring Faris, or as of late rather, it's been to fights with multiple bosses, so that's quite nice. I mean, this is quite nice as well, and Irvine's a support character, so it'll stack with Brace breakdowns and stuff like that. Next up, we have Meteor Barrage. Soul break for Zell, 139 attack. It's quite decent for a fist. Changes Zell's soul break to Meteor Barrage. Oh wait, no, the gauntlet changes to Meteor Barrage, not Meteor Barrage for Zell. There's 3 physical attacks to 1 enemy, grant they use a haste, protect, and shell. I don't really like this one all that much. I know Dan really likes it. Well, he likes Zell as a character. I don't really like this one all that much. It's the same as the Zansetsuken for Gilgamesh, which I spoke about before as well. I think it's a bit selfish, but then again, I don't really think... I feel like with this set of buffs, they wouldn't be able to give it to the entire party because Zell's a monk, not something like that. They could have given him an AoE, not AoE, a party Bustaga, but I think that does Zell have one already? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if he does or not. Yeah, he might actually. Next up, we have the Inferno Fang. Do I have this already? I feel like I do. Anyway, 113 attack. Changes soul break to Inferno Fang. Deals physical damage to 1 target. Honestly, useless. Again, end of relics are poopy. Pinwheel, again, pretty useless. Although it does have a decent magic stat, but that's for fully upgraded. So outside of that, it'll probably be pretty poopy. So worst thing on the banner. I'm sorry, this is the worst thing on the banner. That means I have to get this now, right? Because I said this is the worst thing on the banner. Yeah? No? Okay. Well, let's do 100 gem draw. And get this over with. I said 100 gem draw. Had to add on a few more gems in here because I was running low. And I didn't want to dip into the ones that Joe had donated yet. I'm saving that for a different banner. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's a 5-star. I guess it only works with first one I call trash, right? Why didn't I call Squalls trash? Damn it! The worst part is, I don't even care. Alright, so I know Burst Super Soul Breaks and... Super Soul Breaks have a lower chance of me getting pulled. Yeah, I get that. But, it could have been... well, do I really want any other ones? I really don't. I mean, I'd prefer Laguna's jacket over that. But, I mean, I guess it's okay. I get a little bit more synergy for 8. So that's never a bad thing, I suppose. But yeah. I have to remember to call the banner the relic I think is the best, the worst, because that's what I've been pulling as of late. That's upsetting. Anyway, I still haven't edited and rendered the second part of the 12 banner, so I think I'll throw that on right here just so I don't have to spam you guys with uploads, because I also have to do the 12 event, and the Nightmare Dungeon should go up sometime soon, because, well, that'll probably go up before this, actually, because I recorded that earlier today. Alright, anyway, I'm going to take a look at the second half of the Final Fantasy 12 banner. And hopefully later today I'll also be able to have the Nightmare Dungeon finished up, and I might be able to start the rest of the 12 dungeon as well. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Depends on how much stamina I have. I don't know. Anyway, first up, let's look at Pinellas Super Soul Break. The Holy Rod, 55 attack, 117 magic, 139 mind. Pretty decent stats. With a small booster holy damage, which is quite nice. Changes Pinellas Soul Break to Intercession. Now, I don't remember if this was her third quickening or not in the game. I don't really remember what the quickenings, which ones were which. Actually, now that I think about it, I think only Balthair and Bosh got 2 quickenings as their soul breaks. Oh no, Balthair only got 1. He got Tides of War. Anyway. Deals 3 white magic holy attacks to 1 target and restore a large amount of HP to all allies. Now, this is pretty interesting because it actually... Pinellas Super Soul Break... Pinellas Soul Breaks generally have 2 effects, which is I actually really enjoy. It does 3 holy magic attacks to 1 target and restores and Kiraga level HP to all allies. So that's actually really, really decent. I don't really think this is going to be too much better than having the high region, as I think that's more useful overall. But this is still quite a nice Super Soul Break, I think, at least, because you'll be able to get dish out damage as well. It's not like Holy is too resisted a lot of the time anyway, or even absorb, so it's still quite nice. I like to have it, I guess. Next up, we have the Cali Nui for Vaughn. 141 attack, being a katana. That's actually quite decent. I think that's the 141. I think that's the highest attack we have right now. That's quite interesting. Has a small chance to slow, so you know that's there if you need it, I suppose. Deal 4 physical attacks to all targets, lower their attack and raise the user's attack. Now this I think is huge. Because it combines the dance with a breakdown. So you basically have combines a dance with steel power. So you'll be able to stack this with a full break and either full break or Friend Super Soul Break. Augment that with Scream and Apocalypse Shield, and you'll be doing a hefty amount of damage. Well, you won't be doing damage with this, but you know it'll just further add to your mitigation and your overall damage output, and while making your life easier essentially. I think this is actually really, really good. Burst Super Soul Break. I'm not sure if Burst Super Soul Break. No, what I was gonna say is I think Vaughn's Burst Super Soul Break might be quite decent. I don't remember if I'm thinking of Vaughn or if I'm thinking of Ziddane's Burst Super Soul Break, but I actually like this Super Soul Break. Vaughn's a pretty decent character, and this further helps him, especially since he can't use support 5. He uses support 4. Okay, next up we have the Golden Axe for Bosh, 141 attack, which is really good for an axe, actually. I don't think most axes have that high attack. In the boss, Soul Break to Fulminating Darkness, which is actually a quickening in Final Fantasy XII. Deals 3 dark physical attacks to all targets, temporarily raise the user's defense a very large amount, and temporarily attack single target physical and black magic attacks. As for the black magic attacks, I don't know if that's really good, because I'm not sure if Bosh has the best res around, or even decent res. He does have night abilities, so it probably would help him a bit, but I don't really use magic lore, so I guess if you want to throw the Reflect Record Materia on him, he has that going for him. And for the physical attacks, you can use Retaliate, I suppose. Granted, then you won't need the defense boost, but then again, Draw Fire plus Retaliate, the defense boost doesn't matter there either. It does, however, raise the defense, which will be good for AoE attacks. I think this is quite interesting as a soul break. I wouldn't really particularly like pulling it all that much, especially since I have Apocalypse Shield. But it seems like this does have niche uses. And 3 dark physical attacks to all targets is definitely going to help out, because dark isn't resisted by too many upcoming ultimate fights. And later on this month, we are getting darkness abilities, so I'm hyped for that. Next up, we have Acapella. It's a gun for Balthair, 122 attack. Changes his soul break to Element of Treachery. Deal 10 range physical attacks to random targets, and allow the user to avoid 2 physical attacks. I really like this because it has physical blink too. I don't like how it's 10 random attacks, So you'll probably end up trying to use this on single target bosses, but I think the coefficient on that is quite decent, so even if it's multi-target boss, you know, getting a few hits in here or there will definitely help out a lot. You know, stacked with armor breakdown, full break, and you know, things to that effect. So I think this is a pretty good relic. But the main draw here is the physical blink too. Just being able to avoid 2 physical attacks is quite nice. I don't think that's as great as magic blink, but I mean, you know, dodging a hit is dodging a hit, so that's always great. And finally, we have the killer bow for Fran. Shadowheart, I'm pretty sure is a quickening. 121 attack, 31 magic, 31 mind. Has a small chance to instantly KO, which is, again, it's alright. Deals 3 physical, 3 physical range attacks to lower attack of magic of all allies. Now, I think this is on par with Agrius's, Kaiser Shield. I think this is a phenomenal relic. This is also range, so it can hit, you know, targets regardless of where they are, and like it just adds some, you know, it adds more mitigation. So why would this not be a great relic? It stacks with full break, magic breakdown, and power break as well. So that's always great. And yeah, like this is also a bow, so you can put it on, you can slap it on Paladin Cecil or something like that. Get the small boost in mind, not too much, but it'll help out the if you have him do any white magic stuff. And then at the end of the relic banner, we always have the generic relics. Alright, so let's do the 100 gem draw, hit the 3-star, and I can get off to recording Demon Wall and some other stuff. Unless I get pillaged a lot. In which case it just won't be uploaded today. I'll be able to maybe tomorrow or something, I don't know. Alright. Kobe. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Darn it. Got another one of these. I mean, I shouldn't complain all that much about this, though, because this will end up helping me out more in the long run. With the Final Fantasy 12 event. But there's just the 3rd one I have now. Which is actually quite decent. And actually, you know what? That'll help me in the combat banner as well. Actually, I have to check to see if the synergy will be worth it on that, or I might maybe lose something else. But at the same time, that could have been not a Super Soul Break. That could have been the Acapella or Killer Bow. Anyway, it's all good. I got a 5-star. So, if you guys did enjoy it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to share your support. I do enjoy reading all your comments. Be sure to share these videos around with your friends that enjoy Final Fantasy Rookie, but it really help me out. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media, link down below, including Discord, where we can get together to talk about Rookie Keeper, various other things. And I will see you guys next time. Later.